the article she cites goes like this. At first glance, this might sound like a crisis, at least according to traditional narratives that still idealize marriage as the ultimate female aspiration. But dig a little deeper, and this emerging trend tells a very different story. Research consistently shows that single women are happier, live longer, and earn more than their married counterparts. Maybe you shouldn't have married me after all.
Yeah, that's a pile of bullshit. That's just feminist rhetoric. Reality of it is, none of it makes freaking logical sense. And I want to break it down. I want to break it down well for you, because this is the beautiful thing about information these days. Who tends to spend more on traveling, males or females?
Women tend to spend a bit more on travel overall. They often drive a lot of the decisions around vacations and leisure trips, which translates into them spending more in that category. So that's
okay, who spends more on brunches and nightclubs, outings?
Typically, women do end up spending more on brunches and social outings like that. Nightclubs can be a bit mixed, but overall, yeah, women often do spend more on those kinds of social experiences.
So, who has to spend more money on living in better areas for security, males or females?
Well, if we just look at it factually, it's often women who might prioritize spending more on living in safer or more secure areas. They often factor safety into their housing choices a bit more heavily. So in that sense, women may end up spending more for that added security in where they live.
Who spends more money on household goods and household comfort?
Straight to the point. Typically, women do end up spending more on household goods and comforts. They're often the ones making decisions about home decor, furnishings, and all those little touches that make a place feel comfortable. So that's the fact of the matter.
All right. So in essence, women tend to spend a lot more money than men do. Can we conclude that?
In a nutshell, yeah, that's a fair conclusion. Women do tend to spend more in a variety of consumer areas,
Good.
whether it's
Thank
shopping.
you. And if women make less money than men and consume more than men, we can then conclude that women hold a much higher degree of consumer debt. What percentage of